because we have received him. We've been healed in our consciousness. Our consciousness can't condemn us because we know we received the healing. And the physician has healed our consciousness. Oh, y'all don't hear me. Nothing troubles you like your conscience. I don't care how much you try to do the right thing. Your conscience will bother you. It will trouble you. But when the physician gets a hold to you, he heals your conscience. Hallelujah to God. That's why you keep coming back in here week in and week out, because you know within your consciousness, within yourself, that you've been healed. The physician, those of you that have not, there's a constant aggravation in you. There's worry. There's a concern. There's a nervousness down in you, because when it's not, you're not healed in it, in your consciousness. When you're not healed, you worry. You worry. Everything upsets you. You get mad about the least little thing when you haven't been healed in your conscience. And you can tell when a person is not healed. They get mad like that. Everything troubles them. Everything disturbs them when you're not healed. You easily go back and pick up the ugly way of life you used to have when you're not healed. But when you've been healed in your consciousness, you know how to let stuff go. You know how to let stuff go and keep on living a life of peace and a life with joy and happiness, and nobody becomes your enemy. When you're healed in your consciousness, you don't have enemies that you shun. Oh my God. Oh, somebody want to know, well, what's the matter with me? You got too many enemies, too many people you don't like, too much you don't like. When you get healed in your consciousness, all of that stuff start going away from you. You don't have people that, I don't speak to her. I don't speak. You need to get healed. Her ain't the problem. You the problem. Sin is a deceiver. You holding all this haughtiness and grudging and stuff you don't like. Do you know if you holding that even this day, that you're not going to make it in? If Jesus come right now, you can't hold that kind of stuff in you. That's unrighteousness. And all unrighteousness is sin. Sin walk up and down the midst of us. And do you know what? We just ignore it. We just go around, we hold a grudge a month. Yeah, I'm going. Anybody else? We got the. He said, put them hands down out of my face. Get those hands out of my face. Stop acting like you shouting when you got all of that stuff in you. Sin not only deceives the sinner, but sin will even deceive the saint. If you're not aware of how it operates. And that's how we get all messed up. We just figure just one time you've given a testimony about you being saved. And then you allow all kind of stuff to come up in you. Do you know that's the deception of sin? You can't harbor that stuff and expect you're going to see Jesus. I don't care how much you say, when I see Jesus, you ain't going to see him with all that stuff in you. Sin comes back around to make a visit to see if it can get back in. You better know you got a cure here today. And stop holding this stuff. That's the way you were with your own life. In Jesus, we have a cure. It would be so amazing if Jesus were to come in. You know, he's always in the house. He's in here now, because I know he up here helping me. Hallelujah. He's in the house right now. And you know what he's doing even now? He goes up and down the aisles through his spirit, and he reads the hearts of the people. That's what he does. And anything that is a hint or akin to sin, he doesn't accept it. He doesn't accept it. Man looks on the outward appearance. We look like we all into it. But God reads what's down in that heart. And sin is a deceiver. And we have to understand and know that it's only in Jesus you get a cure. You find the cure for what ails you. But here's the crazy. You got to want to be. A lot of times, our greatest desire, our ministry is to harbor bitterness, evil, ugliness. That's your ministry. Because when it comes to the things of God, you will shun it. You'll go away from it. That's how sin deceives. Anything that you hold that make you not like him, and anything that you do whereby you think you helping yourself to be all right, that's sin. Because sin doesn't want us to know that it's Jesus alone. It's Jesus alone. Ain't nothing about you. Nobody cares nothing about you being saved 35, 40 years, 90 years. Don't nobody care nothing about that. You can say you've been saved 90 years and got sin harboring it in your heart. Oh, I'm going to preach in a minute. We got to get delighted in what Jesus has indeed done. And if he saved me from my original state, say, how much more can he do it now? I don't trust my heart. I don't trust my heart. The Bible said my heart is deceitful above all things, and it's desperately wicked. Who can know it? Who can know their heart? Your heart will talk you into anything. Talk you into things you know it's wrong, but your heart will talk you into it. Your only cure is in Jesus. And you got to want to get rid of what ails you. You got to want to let it go. You got to get to a point where you say, Lord, I don't want to dislike nobody. I don't care what they do. I don't care what they act like. I don't want to dislike nobody. I don't want to be so locked in myself that I get so much pride that I can't speak to certain people. I don't want that kind of life.